Have you ever seen a show that makes you rethink your entire life? Let's talk about it. I know this is going to sound a bit cliche, but for me, finding a show that makes me reflect on my own existence and morals is kinda rare. There are of course shows like Cowboy Bebop that gave me lots of inspiration and models that I live by today, and even cartoons like Adventure Time and Regular Show, which taught me a lot about being responsible and the difficulties of growing up. But this show is something different. Never have I ever been connected to an anime so deeply that it left me feeling like this. I know I personally have a high standard when it comes to content I take in, and I tend to lean towards well-written, character-driven shows like famous classics such as the masterpiece known as King's Game. When I first looked at this show, I thought, this is probably just some cute anime girls doing cute anime girl things. I'm just gonna pass on it for now, and I'll check it out later. And I regret everything. Give me a second. Before we continue, a cool question. Do you guys ever like do that? Like you see an anime, right? It's getting a bit of hype. You're just like, nah, I'm just gonna ignore the hype and not watch it because I'm a cool, defiant, rebel-ass bitch, right? And then because I do that shit all the time, all right? I miss out on some actual fire. Like I watched Hunter x Hunter 2011, like 8 fucking years late, and to this day, I don't know why. I'm just sitting here like, man. Wonder Egg is wonderful, okay?
Ideas and thought and culture and humanity and furthermore the universe and everything. Unless you really feel like that, you're walking.
Before we continue, I want to put out a heavy spoiler warning. We're going to go into a few spoilers throughout the video, so make sure to be worried about that. I'll be put a little thing on the screen like this if there's a spoiler in the situation or this part. Also, massive trigger warning because this show goes over some fuck shit. So I hope you guys are really open-minded to that, and if not, I understand. Just leave a like and call it a day. Come back, watch this video later. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's get into it. You see, Wonder Egg is like to call Madoka Magica with a dash of LSD. A Sailor Moon, but it's so pumped up of heroin that it's blind at this point. It's a Reivu Starlight, but it snorted so much crack cocaine that its nose is fucking leaking spinal fluid. It falls into that magical girl style of anime, and give me a second. Yeah, it also happens to be a psychological horror. Who would I guess? Don't know what that was. Anywho, Wonder Egg also follows a lovely cast of young ladies who are on a journey to bring their friends that committed suicide back to life. They are tasked with entering another dimension and cracking this thing called, you guessed it, a Wonder Egg. After they go and crack the damn thing, they have to protect a past suicide victim and defeat their past demon, or the person that led them to their actions. This could be through high standards, misgendering, rape, sexual... Jesus, are you fucking serious? She's fucking... God, okay, listen, fuck, okay? I told you guys this show fucking covers some dark fucking themes. So again, if you're weak to stuff like that, please stop the video and don't watch the show. So you're probably wondering about the title of the video and what makes this show, well, wonderful. Well, let's start with the factor that drives the entire narrative. The characters. The characters are all diverse and have unique personalities. When put together, create such an interesting, compelling story. And the best part of all is that each character is so vastly different that you're bound to find one that you can relate to. For me, that character is Rika.
No cap.
Rika Kawai, like Kawaii, because she's so damn cute, is the character I would say embodies me as a person. She's brash, vulgar, loyal to her friends, and a tad egotistical, but hey, who is it? Anywho, her whole goal is to bring back a fan of hers from when she was a junior idol and had a small fan base. One fan in particular being a girl who always came to see her and would give her money, prizes, and always asked for signatures. In which Rika, she just said that she was using the girl for her wallet. Later down the line, we learned that that's not really the case, and deep down, Rika found this girl as her friend, and even had stronger feelings toward her than we learned, the main character, and probably all the other people in the story. We learn more about Rika and the reason that she acts the way she is. She's pretty much been growing up by herself because she lives in a broken household. She lives alone with her alcoholic and belong to the street-ass mother, which has caused her to grow up really rough and pretty much on her own. This led her to becoming such a dynamic and interesting character as we see her grow and work towards being a better person than her mother. And we'll come back to Rika later on when we talk about some other stuff in the story.
The next character I want to talk about is Momoe Sawaki. I can say, without a doubt in my mind, I connected with her deeply. Wait, hold on. Pause. She tends to be a kind and polite girl who will act selfishly for others. She also wanted to be treated like a girl because many mistaken her as a boy. Now for me, people used to mistake me as a girl and it didn't feel great. Oh God. We later found out her goal is to save her best friend, Haruka, who is to believe was always there for her and treated her like a girl, like she always wanted to be. Further on, we find out that Haruka was actually in love with Momoe. She said the one thing that triggered her too. I don't care that you are a girl. Then proceeds to make Momoe touch her. Like, what in the actual hell with your dirty ass hands? Like, what the heck? But we also learned that Haruka was not the only girl to do that to her. Many others didn't care that she was a female, and even boys who asked her on a date was freaked out thinking Momoe was a boy. Like, bro. Only one person truly treated her like a female, and it was a person in an egg. Also saying that they were a boy on the inside. That's when she felt like a female again, because of freaking them.
Thanks, Alex, for interrupting my fucking video. But anyway, on to Neiru Aonuma. Neiru is a character that personally took me a while to get, which, after rethinking it, is probably intentional. Being the first one of the main characters to meet is not having much known about her until the end was a very nice touch by the writers that keeps her interesting throughout. She's the straight man of the group, and often being pretty cold and not showing her emotions very often. She's the most logical of the group, which can lead her to coming off sometimes as cold or uninterested. Kinda like a tsundere. Neiru's past for most of the story is pretty hidden. We learn she runs a company at a young age and that she's incredibly intelligent, and that the person that she's fighting for is her sister. Other than that, we are given very little until later episodes. In these latest episodes, we were told that Neiru was born from artificial procreation in a laboratory, and never knew her parents. We also learned that her sister apparently stabbed her and caused these scars on her back. Anytime Neiru attempts to forget about her sister, the scars ache, and the only way to stop this psychosomatic pain is by helping people who come out of the Wonder Eggs. Neiru also has another friend named Kotobuki Awano, who was born the same way as her and grew up with her until Kotobuki herself ended up committing suicide. Seeing Neiru's response and how she treats all these situations is really interesting and creates a very unique dynamic with the rest of the cast. And last but definitely not least, that brings us to the main character of our story, Ohto. Ai is a unique character. We are introduced to her as a shy, socially awkward kid who is constantly bullied and has no friends. She is then approached by a girl who befriends her and stands up by her side when no one else would. Sadly, this friend of hers, Koito Nagase, commits suicide for an unknown reason to Ai or the viewers. When given the opportunity to bring that person back and figure out why she did what she did, she takes it and goes out of her comfort zone. We see her grow awkwardly and meet all these other girls in the story. Through her unique action and behavior, she manages to befriend all of them and bring them together, becoming the glue that keeps the group as one. Ai is one of those main characters who seems to be rare these days. She doesn't remain one note, she grows with the other characters throughout the story, and later on she breaks through her refusal of going to school and even overcomes her fears and feelings against it. She decides on her own not to let the past hold her down, and in the end, becomes as brave as she is in the dream world, in the real world. Speaking of the world, it's one of the most simple yet convoluted worlds I've ever seen in a long time. This shit was on some Kingdom Hearts level of multiverse theory, Mad Pat, Rick and Morty shit, and to be fair, I don't think I fully understand it. But, you know, that doesn't really matter, because the main aspect I want to take from this is that the world of Wonderhag has some of the most interesting things going on in the background. Nothing is fully what it seems in Wonder Egg. It always throws the needle in the haystack, keeping you from grasping everything at once, and gives you little bits and pieces to put together at the end of the story. And that aspect makes the show so unique and keeps you interested in not only care about the characters, but how the characters are a part of the overall universe. Now, let's go over the themes. Like I said before, a heavy trigger warning, because this show tackles fucking everything to be honest. But instead of sugarcoating it all like other animated shows that I'll get to fucking another day, it covers it with a lot of respect and realism. It goes over suicide, rape, domestic abuse, self-harm, the meaning of life, and the fucking works. I could go over specifics of all these situations, but I decided to go at one that hit me the most overall. So like I said before with Rika, I mentioned about her past a bit. She grew up with her father leaving the household before she could even speak, and her only remembering his voice. Her mother isn't a great role model and doesn't make anything better as a whole. Rika was always in a dark place, so when Chimi, the one person who genuinely cared about her, gets caught shoplifting and gives things to Rika, she responded by saying that she can never be friends with someone so ugly and fat. Later we learned that Chimi starved herself and died due to Rika's inability to communicate how she truly feels. It hit her hard. Rika struggles with self-hate and blames herself entirely for what Chimi does. She becomes self-harming and cuts herself and even struggles with the thought of suicide. She hides these feelings by coming off as shallow and uncaring, but throughout the story, the cracks show and we learn how she truly feels. This character is what makes Wonder Egg so great. The character is realistic to the point where you might even know a person like Rika, or you might even see yourself in her or any other character in Wonder Egg as that. It creates such a relatable world and dynamics that you might even forget that there's supernatural things happening in the show. The show makes you feel as if this is happening somewhere in the world and that these characters and this world is real. And that's the power of a good anime. And that's what makes Wonder Egg so wonderful. Thanks for watching. Hey fuckers, it's me, Sai. Man, this video took so long, man. You don't understand. Expect another long video, fucking, or I guess I don't even know how long this video is. It might be short and it just took me a long time because fuck my high standards. But expect a video like this probably within the next 3 months or maybe longer because these things take a long time and I put a lot of time into it. But do expect sorta more bullshit ass videos, tier lists, crazy just random nonsense about anime that I might want to put out. Because I'm definitely going to be pushing myself to make more content, more lax content than this, because these videos take a while. But I did enjoy it. The Wonder Egg finale is airing soon while I'm recording this little audio bit. Probably is most definitely for sure out by now, so expect a video on that sometime soon. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, share it around, see some more, and yeah. That's all for now, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.